Bro, his name is Blue.
That's
Blue.
Let's go. He's
He gets dropped, and now United can attack from all sides, but you got to make sure their timing is right, because all of a sudden, RCD is just going to be the last one. And the two players that have been inside the hill have been here the entire time, winning the gunfights for LG, and they've taken the lead.
Yeah, and right here, we're seeing the slaying battle go down. We are seeing Luminosity come out on top for that one, but fellow Arsties and Pristini all combining for 3 kills. Still in the mix is John, though.
Perfect break from LG, as good of a start as you could ask for.
Yeah, this is really nice from LG, a particular hard point, which maybe going into it, they didn't have the spawns for, but they managed to break on in, slay out, and we're only going to see Arsties pick up a kill before LG regain those spawns for the final 30 seconds. And look at United, they're already thinking about Crane. They have to. Push him once more right now. It could be suicide. They're going to find themselves over 50 points down. And look at Clay, he's just spawned on the other side of the map.
Tough route for him. He's got to traverse everything, and he's going to have to win gunfights on the way there. And you see JCap dies, but JCap basically just gets a better spawn, and now they know where the pressure is going to be coming from. And John is doing pretty well for himself, 17-9 on a 4 streak, and he's winning gunfights like that. You see they make sure to give him the hill time as well. He's got 100 points, and I expect him potentially to push out. That we don't have to worry about dying to nades, but you see none of them are going to be coming in for the moment. His teammates have pushed out, got complete control for the moment, and now you see he leaves. Now he doesn't want to get naded out. He's feeling the pressure coming in. He's got to win this gunfight, and Bristini, with the bar of all guns, able to take him down.
Nice setup here for United. With these 35 seconds here, Chance, I think this is one of the best chances United have had to kind of take all these points. They've got players at statue, players down by the docks. They've got everything covered right now. Things are looking better here for United, but LG looking to punch on through. JCap spawn right at the back as well, and no one's even on the hard point.
Yeah, Pristini feels the pressure. He knows players are going to come in from the side. So if he stays in the hill there, he gets him an extra 3. And it's really not going to make too much of a difference. He would have died in that spot no matter what. But first of the rotations is in. And you got LG. You got Formal, 1.5 minutes in the hill. He doesn't have a lot of kills because he does not need them. John has 22, leading the lobby, nearly doubling what everyone else has. The man's been on a tear. The question is, can someone for United pick it up to try and turn things around for their team? He got a lot of time left to work with, and Clay was able to find 2.
Okay, well, John, that first rotation, near perfect there for the boys of LG, but a United now trying to bite back. Formal down low, and like you pointed out, it's not all about the kills. The time that he has on the hardpoint itself is incredible, and they are starting to really total up. United 80 points and climbing, but again, these spawns for the next rotation key. Fellow finds one. John, of all players, still slaying out here as we have a bit of a split spawn from Luminosity. We've got 2 players spawning by barrel building, 2 over by that main street as well. Pristini trying to take one out here. He's got to find Formal, and now he's going to roll upon, but he's all alone.
Makes the right read, though. He's going to find 2, pushes forward, has a little bit of help for the third, but you got 1 player. Tucks away in the back trying to hold down spawns. That's going to be John, but he's going to have to pick up like 3 just to cause the confusion. It's a tough spot because United, they're pushing out pretty far, and they should know someone's back there because of the spawn that Clayser got, and they're going on the hunt. Bristini leaves the hill just to go make sure to find this kill. That's how important it is, and you see Bristini playing his streaks as well at the moment. They're waiting for the nades to come in. They don't want to die. Don't give away anything for free, and now they get inside. So all the utility for LG is gone, and now they have complete control. They need to make sure they hold on, though. They got players pushed up, kills getting traded back and forth. Bristini, again, taking ever so much care to play those streaks. Have you ever seen this man play this slow?
No, absolutely not. He's stood still for about 3 seconds. That is not like Pristini. Now he's getting in the mix, and now he's stunned. He's 1 away from the glide bomb, and this will play a huge part in the next rotation. He's baiting out his teammates, but his teammates are picking up the kills. There's 1 player to his right. This could be it. And there it is. Glide bomb in hand. United most certainly back into this one. And they have that rotation chance.
And he's going to use the glide bomb straight away. And they're going to get the rotation down, right? That forces them to stay inside. 1 player is going to die. And now Pristini actually has one of the cuts. Sai's going to get taken down. And there you go. Just like that. fully streaked out. The man plays patient, and he goes on a 7 streak. He's getting his team back in this game. They're going to be able to take the lead. The artillery plays to perfection. The positioning for Pristini, well, it was pretty good. He does get taken down by an 8.
Yeah, he does in the end, but an 8-kill streak and 24 and 19. He's catching up to John a little bit here, but we do still see Luminosity going toe-to-toe. Those last couple of minutes, though, E United have started to heat up. Pristini with another double. 26 and 20 now, controlling down by the docks. Fellows getting into the mix with his SMG. Finds a double himself, and LG. What's going on? We've got a split spawn going down here. Chance E United taking control.
Oh, this is just 2 docks warehouse hills from either team, played to near perfection. Still, though, LG, they're pouring on the pressure, but Bello, he goes on a tear inside the hill. He just got like 5 defends to his name. The man goes off. I think he only gets the glide bomb. That's correct. And, okay, I don't know how defends work, apparently. But either way, winning the huge gunfights inside the hill. And again, E United, they were down by 75 points after the first set of rotations. Now they had the lead.
Yeah, the key thing is here, Chances. Last time they were in this position, they lost this spawn round back barrel building. It looks like they've changed the way that they go about this. You've got one player down low as Fellow. You've got Clayster in a much better position. But I think overall, this just seems so much more controlled. Luminosity was sat at, what, 129 to about 60? Look at the score.
Well, the benefit for them is they actually had control of Doc's warehouse, which means they know LG is going to be spawning on the bottom right side of the map. So you know you can sit him back underground and focus on the back left. The first time around, LG they had the great spot. They won Doc's warehouse. They can go to the next, but this is United running up the score. It is completely flipped. LG has barely gotten any points on the second set of rotations. I think only 25 total, and that is a clean 4 down. They are pushing up. They're going for the rotation, and E United might just be able to win this. It's so tough to get inside this hill. You see the spots Clayster at. He wins the gunfight without taking a bullet. The players inside fire, though. They get traded back and forth. It comes down to 1v2. Clayster does fall. Archie's going to be pushed up, but at the very least, this is just time that LG is not getting.
And I tell you what, Pristini's just said, whatever you can do, John, I can do better. 30 to 25 for John. 32 to 24 for Pristini. Not all about kills, but it's a helping hand. 2-3-2, plays 150. Fellow at the back is going to spot the nade. Slacked, good night. We're going to see all 4 players rushing through for Luminosity into the gate, and there's still streaks on the board. Pristini, all he needs is that PPSH in hand. Maybe he doesn't, maybe he does. STG, who cares? Whatever.
When you're winning gunfights like that, you're just gonna win the game. By God, if E United did not look good, the 7 spree that Pristini goes on, it felt weird. Yeah. It felt like E United was trading a lot of time where they could have been in the hill, 10-15 seconds. We saw the same thing on Crane, where RCDs, he just leaves it. He can buy his team an extra 5 or 6 when, again, with so many close games we've seen this year, every single second matters. But what they got was just control. Yeah. They got control and they got streaks. Like Pristini on that 7 spree, staying outside the hill, is dodging nades. And they played it to perfection. That's the best hard point we've seen from E United pretty much all year. Outside of any just like stomps they've had on teams with close competition, that's the best they've looked.
And I think as well the score streak usage. Yes, he played for them, but when he used them, he used the glide bomb straight away, that artillery put down lower docks, and it caused him to get eventually more streaks. And, you know, sitting in between those hard points, just baiting out his teams, perfectly done. But again, it's not a one-man team here. We saw Fellow going off with all kinds of plays down by the docks, and RCs and Clayster filling in all the gaps. But as we finish map number 1, E United do take the lead over the newly formed Luminosity here. Of course, going into this, all eyes are on Formal. I think coming out of that, you know, he had a lot of hill time, but it was John to kick things off. Pristini during the mid-game. Fellow kicking things off as well down there by the docks, as we said. But Chance, docks is done. We're heading over to Forest for a few maps.
Forest is going to be interesting for S&D. Like we've seen, well, Unilat had something similar where it seems like they were very well prepared for the maps that they played. E United looked very well prepared for that Doc's hardpoint. So who knows what we're going to see on Forest. We've seen the standard stuff time and time again. It's been an entire year where 90% of the teams run 90% of the same sort of strat. So I want to see if anything crazy happens. If you have Pristini and Felony on the same team, I feel like in S&D, they can just do some ridiculously aggressive stuff together. So maybe we'll see something fun. Who knows? Again, I'm just baffled from Pristini. I've never seen that man play that slow. That's insane.
play, I wouldn't necessarily always say it was slow. I mean, sometimes he was playing at such a fast pace, but it was the way that he was playing so mindful of the streak. Sometimes, because Prestini was always that player that, you know, he's going on a tear and he just maybe gets a bit ahead of himself and maybe ego challenges something, or he's on such a momentum boost that he just goes for it. He played so much more reserved, so much calmer, which in essence is slower, like you said, but great stuff from Prestini as he highlights map number 1, no doubt here. And this is a big game. These are two teams that you most certainly will be putting in that top 4 mix. And a win here today is massive.
And something that's interesting about this map is one of the ways LG has played this in the past. And there was a time in the Pro League for Stage 1 where they were like 6-0 on this map, where they were running teams over. On offense, they would either just send 3 mid-map and then go and get complete control of the B bomb site, and again, just run teams over, or they would just do it straight from Bell. But there's also a lot of situations where, from how aggressive they played, where Octane was just the last player alive in like a 1v2, 1v3, and he was one of the best clutch players we've seen so far in World War II for S&D. And of course, that's the role that Formal fills. So, of course, the question is, does LG play a similar way, where they're willing to play that over-aggressive sort of style and feel safe that if it doesn't pan out, the last guy alive always has that clutch potential? Or do they just, you know, throw everything out the window and start from scratch? I'm just rambling, but no, who knows?
I mean, you got some very, very valid points here, and only time will tell with a lot of them, and it'll be interesting to see how this LG squad really do go forward. Again, this is a team which I said before, you got to put them in that top 4, but it's where you put them. And I think with the addition of Formal, the loss of Octane, it does stir things up. It changes the play style a little bit, because yes, they play the same role, but they play differently in so many senses. But Formal joining here will bring things to the table. Maybe a few of Optic Strat, learn a few things from LG. Nice to see, though, John kicking it off very fast and fiery in map number 1. He, again, maybe will be the counter to the likes of Felony and Prestini, obviously, on the search and destroy.
And I definitely think John is going to be the player to look at for LG, at least for Forest S&D. Obviously, yes, we all want to watch Formal play, but it seems like in Search that John is just kind of the catalyst. It seems like there's 6 or 7 teams where it's just like that super aggressive, I will say SMG player, although we do see 3 STGs off the rip. Make it 4. So, yeah, you talk about different stuff. You want to talk about control. Well, on defense, 4 STGs coming out for LG, but RC, he's looking for that early pick, and he might be able to find it. I appreciate the attempt, and you see no armored coming in. He used airborne to try and get that first pick, so it's going to be tougher from here on out.
Yeah, Prestini's been picked, so it looks like John switched to the sniper rifle. As we do see Cap go down here. Lovely laser shots there from Clays. It's a 3v3 bomb going over towards A, and John's going to be in a bit of a pickle here. Oh, that's shots you've got to make there. RST's, unfortunately, with a sniper in hand, only has the machine pistol. Now he's going to be punished as John finds 2. That could have been avoided, but 3 kills goes in favor of John, and he's starting map 2 like he did map 1.
My favorite thing is when you call out a player to look for and like a map or something like that and be like, this guy is the catalyst for the team, and then they get an ace first round. It's so satisfying when like the stars align in that situation, but I think you kind of called it perfectly. RC's, he just had to win that. Well, not even a gunfight. He just had to finish the kill on John, but tough with the pistol, tough when the guy's in a better spot. So John nearly gets caught out. Instead, the man has an ace. He's working towards some streaks, and that is LG with as good of a round as you could ask for.
Most certainly is. Interesting that John doesn't pick up the bomb. However, smokes go down. LG. Stand-up B push. Fellow. He's going to be in the mix, and straight away he's taking down John. No streaks.
Paradox, can we jump to Felny real quick? I want to know if that man has airborne or not. He does not, but he does have the energetic, which counts for something. But again, it was mentioned LG plays very, very aggressive, either mid-map or just through Bell towards the B site. Felny was the player that he was just there waiting for the kill, and it was as free as you're going to get. Now, of course, you see 2 players in that clutch situation, Formal and Slack. Can they make some magic happen? Not very likely. You see Slack get some solid timing on Felny, who's just going for the shoulder peaks, but where's Slack even going to go?
Shoulder peak coming in here for Fellow, and I like what he does there. He doesn't re-challenge, there's no need. Now he's going to be under a bit of pressure, and again, I like what he's doing here. He's baiting out, he's getting information, and now in a 1v4, maybe has the chance to challenge. I'm not sure who picks up the final kill, but to round things out, a very strong round for Reunited.
And LG just kind of goes for it, right? You even said John's not taking the bomb, which is a little bit strange when the man starts out 4-0. Of course, just to work towards his streaks, but that's the strat LG wants to go with. They want to play aggressive mid-map. They want to get control of that B site, because if you get that bomb down at B, even if you don't have the man advantage, even if you're in like a 2v3, if you get someone top plat, you're in a solid spot, one of the best power positions in the game. So control of the B site, incredibly important. Of course, now LG back on defense. And Arceus, yeah, doing the exact same thing. Airborne sniper, he's going for that first pick, and he's going to be looking for Formal. And yeah, this time he gets it. He misses once, but shame, or what is it? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on him. No shame for Arceus. Gives his team that 2-1 up advantage.
He's going to get the bomb planted as well. What I like about Arceus' play there is it didn't work for him once. It didn't deter him from the strategy that he's been probably putting together and working on back home. Clearly, he's able to get there. He's got that timing down to perfection. JCap, 1v2 and defuse. You're going to have some good luck here because Clace is just going to be shoulder peeking that bomb as he starts to push around. That's a gunfight, which is definitely in favor of Clay, and they're going to close it out.
And RCD's getting that kill is huge for a lot of reasons. In the past on this map, the only way to stop a player on defense from getting to top plat is stuns and nades. You had to stop that man before he could get there, but you're just chucking those over like the church bell.
Yeah.
You were never able to get there first with a sniper, but now you see he's using airborne for it. So if LG doesn't have airborne to get there back, I think RC just gets there first, and yes, he has to use the snipe, he has to hit the shot, but if LG on defense is never able to get someone to top plat, if they're just scared to even cross for fear of the sniper, well, that's the best spot in the game, and that makes it so much easier for United to get control of that B site. Now, of course, though, LG again, aggressive mid-map with the smokes, and John just sprinted into the pre-aim of Pristini.
I like the aggressive play, don't get me wrong, however, it feels like it's a bit sporadic sometimes, and JCap and Formal are going to make something of it here in a 2v4. JCap finds 2 of them, and now Formal left in a 1v2. Currently sat 0-2, not going to kill to his name yet at round 4, but this maybe is his time to shine chance.
And this was the spot. Octane found himself in these positions all the time, and a lot of the time he came up clutch. Obviously, they're difficult, but sometimes he makes the magic happen. So looking at Formal, man, can he pull off the same? How well does he fill this role? He's got 40 seconds left, a solid amount of time, and United are, I don't want to say split up because they're even grouping up together, but not necessarily in the absolute best place to trade, but he's just looking for a pick.
Yeah.
Just a tough spot.
United most certainly know bomb is down, and that's why they're just shoulder peeking that fire tank there. And they're just waiting to see if Formal goes for it. 20 seconds left. This is maybe where he has to. Grenades pinched. Now it's the perfect play for a United. You're starting to hear Clay get hyped, and you're starting to see United take a lead.
And it does seem like United is just aware of the strategy from LG. Again, they're either going to smoke off you or they're going to smoke off that back army truck, and they're going to play aggressive mid-map, but they've gotten stuffed twice on offense. So LG, they're going to have to pull a different strategy out of the bag. You know, I actually bet next time on offense we see John snipe over by A. But of course, that's not going to be the case. We got United on offense this round, so we're thinking ahead of the game. And the question is, for me, I guess, does anyone try to cross the top plat? Like, his RC's doing the same thing, but I guess it doesn't even matter because the bomb's going over towards A.
Okay, well, let's kick things off. Round 5 chance. 90 seconds left. JCaps has got a lot of information here. He's already spotted 2. Should be able to find 1. Will find 1, but that's a nice shot from Fellow. Oh, that's a trade you'd think would go in favor of LG, but the double of United starting to push forward, and Clayster, smart, slow, and steady, wins the race here. And the smile's coming through. It's like a plan coming together.
It's a perfectly executed, perfect plan. I will say it is super risky to basically just walk through no man's land, smoke or no smoke, because what they were doing is just trusting us like one of us might fall, but we're going to get that trade on the cabin heady.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get past there, you get control of the A site, you're good to go. So that's trust. Trust in themselves, trust in their teammates to be able to trade out that kill. And then once you do that, you saw Clayster. He knows exactly what LG is going to respond with. Played to perfection so far. And again, I made the bet that John was going to snipe over by... Okay, I was completely wrong. Sticking with the same old, same old.
Well, round 6 and 2 plays for LG yet to find a kill here. It was similar in the Unilad game where I think 3 of them were 0 and 4 at a time, but they started to turn things around.